is making demands being beta? So is making demands on people, whether it's your girl or other guys, especially demanding other guys act in a certain way, is that beta? The answer to that question is yes. It is absolutely beta to try to make demands and try to control other people by pushing your weight onto them, whether it be physically or even verbally or mentally, right? Where you're trying to control the narrative. You might be like spreading false rumors, spreading false gossip, right? In order to try to control the narrative in your direction. Whereas what the alpha thing to do is to just let your action speak for itself. Let your work speak for itself. Let your legacy speak for itself. All those things you should be building upon, by the way, especially your legacy. You should be building on this stuff every single day, okay? You should be throwing your value out to the world every single day and working on that, improving it, right? Like me, I'm constantly trying to improve my content. I'm trying to constantly improve my communication skills. I'm trying to constantly improve my interactions with people and just trying to constantly improve being a better, more productive man. Because I know eventually I'm leaving my legacy behind. I'm constantly trying to improve on my legacy, which we are all going to leave behind, by the way. Whether it's a good legacy or bad, we're all going to leave a legacy behind. So I'm trying to leave the best legacy I possibly can behind, where guys in the future can continue to learn from my material, from my content. And I'm trying to make it better every single time. I am not demanding that the market give me any special favors. I'm not demanding that anybody stop following this person and start following me. I'm not trying to control the social narrative. I just put my best work out there. I do the best I can. I look at the results, and if it's not the results I want, I work on that to get better results. Okay, because that's what men do. Men do not cry, complain, bitch, run a smear campaign on other dudes. That is some beta male, feminine type shit. Okay, that is some serious beta feminine type shit. And there are a lot of guys that I lost respect for. Even guys, not many, but like a couple of guys that I at one point plugged on my channel. I was like, yeah, this guy has a lot of value to offer. Follow him, buy his book. And then I quickly realized this person does not follow what they teach. They do not live what they teach. They're basically reactive, beta, little bitches who want to try to control the narrative, who will gossip like little girls. They'll bring all of their little buddies who are just like them and gossip about other guys, other channels, other content creators, other men, other people, you name it. They're worse than a knitting circle of old ladies, right? They're worse than a knitting circle of old ladies just gossiping. So it's really sad, really pathetic. And I don't live by that mantra. I just try to put the best work that I can out there. I try to do the best that I can and let the market give me feedback. Let people give me feedback. Let my targets give me feedback. If I'm in a set with a girl, say I cold approached her and I'm getting negative feedback, I want to know why. I want to know what's going on. You know, a lot of times the girl might be on a period. Maybe, you know, something happened with her cat. Maybe her grandmother might have passed away. Who knows, right? But I need to find these things out before I just start making demands. Why are you ignoring me, girl? Huh? Am I not good enough for you? Huh? You only date chads? Huh? You know, I don't start doing that shit. I'm like, okay, let's investigate. Let's see what's going on here. And then let me change my game plan or do whatever I need to do to get the result that I want. At no point do I start forcing my viewpoints or forcing the girl to abide by me. That's beta, right? I don't make demands on anybody. I don't put ultimatums on anybody. Okay, I might give like chicks warnings that I'm dating. I'm like, hey, I'm not cool with that, and that doesn't align with my values. And you know, if it continues, I'm gonna need to move on. So I'll let the girl know that, hey, if she's doing something that I don't like, it doesn't align with my values, it's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work. Like I was dating a girl that I really liked, that I cold approached, And I really like this girl. We look so great together. I wanted it to work, but she had an alcohol problem. Did I demand that she stop drinking alcohol? No, because she's a grown woman. She needs to stop on her own. I can't demand her to stop. And even if I did, it would be temporary. If she did it like temporarily for me, right? You can't demand things from people. Instead, I told her like, hey, you know what? It doesn't align with my values. And if this is something that, you can't fix, then we're not going to work out, right? Because I don't want to date an alcoholic, obviously. I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. So why would I want to bring that into my life? But at no point did I demand her to stop, or I gave her an ultimatum like, hey, you better stop or I'm gone. I mean, I really just gave her a choice. I just communicated to her that I'm not going to stick around because it doesn't align with who I am. And that was just me being honest. I'm like, this doesn't align with my values, man. It's kind of like the woke culture we're living in right now, right? All they do is make demands. And this is why I just will never support the left, because they're all about making demands with no merit, right? They don't want to live in a merit-based society where the best, people who are the most talented or the best at what they do rise to the top. Instead, they want to control the narrative. Now, as much as they preach for equality, don't be fooled by that woke doublespeak. What they really want is not equality, but equal outcome. So no matter how much effort a person puts in, they want everybody to have the same outcome. And I don't want to live in a society like that, neither do you. You want to live in a merit-based society where you get rewarded for what you put in. You get rewarded for the value you put out. Not because of your sexual preference or skin color, where you're just going to make demands based on that. Because demanding is, in fact, beta. Okay? Anytime you make demands on people, you're acting out of your beta frame, right? That's some beta ass shit. If you want people to adhere to what you want, you have to lead by example. Okay? You have to lead by example. And that's another thing about the left. They never lead by example. They're like the biggest hypocrites out there. It's insane. I'm from San Francisco, right? I was born and raised in San Francisco. You ever go by Pelosi's house? Pelosi has like this $10 million mansion in the Presidio, right? $10 million mansion, and you know what? Surrounded by walls and armed guards, right? Walls and armed guards. Yet here she is on TV, like talking about how walls are like racist. Like, what about your walls? Why do you have so many walls? And why do you have like armed security? Why do you need them? Why do you need them? And then we can't have that. So yeah, tons of hypocrisy, but I'm not trying to get political in this. Don't take it that way. I just trying to make my point that making demands is beta. Because when you make demands on somebody, you're basically saying that you're not willing to put in the work. You're not willing to demonstrate why. You're not really trying to even prove why. Or show that, hey, I've got the value, I've got the goods, this is why I deserve it. No, instead, you're just stamping your feet, pounding your fists on the table, going, just give me this. Why? Because I said so. No different than a child. No different than a child, right? You just want things without earning them. And that's just not how reality works. And this is why so many kids are coming out of college these days just having their asses handed to them, especially by guys twice their age like me, running circles around their friggin' college educated ass, running circles around them, just out competing them. I have twice the energy of them because all they want to do is sit around and bitch. All they want to do is sit around and complain and act like a victim and talk about how oppressed they are, while I just continue to run circles around them. Because I just focus on winning, while they constantly focus on excuses. You're either focused on winning or you're focused on looking for excuses, looking for a scapegoat, because you don't have the balls to get out there and stake your claim. Oh, but what if you grew up in this neighborhood? Cry me a river. Cry me a freaking river. Life is not fair. Okay, nobody's dealt a hand of cards that they really like. Everybody gets a bad hand every now and then. Even people who are born into privilege, everybody gets a bad hand. right? It's about your attitude, what you do with it, and your willingness to put in the effort, put in the work. And just stop making demands. Stop, requiring that people just like bow down to you when you have no results. There's no reason for them to. I've noticed like people who are successful, who've actually put in the work, pounded the pavement, and have actually done something with their lives, they're not constantly sitting around making demands on anyone, and they have the right to do it. Those are the people who have earned the right to make demands, and they don't. They continue to just put their value out there. They continue to grind. They continue to run up the score, and they don't worry about what somebody else is doing. They don't worry about how much better another person's doing or how much worse another person's doing. They're constantly focused on themselves, right? They're constantly just focused on themselves. Whereas beta males who are constantly making demands, they're focused on everybody else and what everybody else has. Oh, I should have that too. I should have that too. How come he gets to have that car and I don't? Right? Because they're little bitches, because they can't put in the work. They're too weak. And that's something I never want you guys to be, is weak, right? You gotta push yourself. You gotta push yourself, because that's where the joy comes from. It comes from earning it, not when somebody gives it to you because they feel sorry for you, because you're a certain like ethnicity or you're a certain like sexual preference, and they give you a little participation trophy and pat you on the head so you'll shut your trap. No. What fun is that? You want to earn it. That's the fun part of getting it. You guys who ask me like, how could you still not be tired of cold approach after all these years? This is why I'm not tired of it. After all these years, like approaching a girl is scary enough, especially when you're just starting out, right? It's intimidating when the girl's very gorgeous, smells good, looks good, and you're horny. It's intimidating, right? But when you put in the work and you have skill and you busted your ass to gain those skills, social skills, and you're able to game her all the way to the point where you go from complete stranger to all of a sudden this chick is your girlfriend. She's holding your hand. She's calling you babe. She's like in love with you. It's cool, right? Because you worked for it. Nobody just handed her to you, right? You worked for it. You earned it. And it makes it that much sweeter when you finally get her, right? That's what I love about cold approach. It's like the risks are worth the reward. That's what I love about business and entrepreneurship. The risks are worth the reward, like just really pounding the pavement to get the result. And if you fail, like which you will fail, you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you try again. You fix what you did wrong. That's what I love about competing. And the thing with beta males who constantly demand, they can't compete. They're too weak. They don't want to compete because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their value. They don't believe in their work. They don't believe in their message. So they rather just make demands and try to force everyone and shame everyone into kowtowing to them. Like, just give it to me. Just give it to me, you racist, you Trump supporter, right? Just give it to me. Why? Because. I'm pressed. Whatever. That's some weak ass, beta ass shit right there. You got to be stronger than that, guys. You've got to be stronger than that. Okay? Got to be stronger than that. It's like some of these dudes who write books about being rational and then proceed to act irrational. Stop making demands. Stop trying to control the narrative. Stop being so controlling like a woman. And just put your work out there and let the free markets do your bidding. Because they will, okay? They will. People will always vote with their feet. You have to trust that your stuff is good enough. You have to trust that your value is good. And you'll get good feedback. So, let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. Feel free to share. Until next time, this is Matt Cross, aka M, from the 33 Secrets, signing out from the Las Vegas Strip here, passing the Bellagio and the Paris Hotel. Great shot. There goes the Cosmopolitan that I stayed at last time with my girl. She really wanted to stay there, so we stayed there. Kind of a girly hotel, but it's actually pretty nice in there. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Okay? Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Tells YouTube you like my coaching videos, you want me to produce more of it, especially now that YouTube is no longer promoting me. They're not promoting me anymore. So, it helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe, so please subscribe. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill, and Bible pill I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making this happen every single week, no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what crazy lockdowns, viruses, racial divisions going on, we are constantly going out there and making things happen. So if you want to join my tribe, if you want to learn my secrets, if you want to learn the skill that's taken me a lifetime to acquire, I teach you all that in 7 months to mastery. And right now, the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So take advantage of it. I highly recommend it. It's only $1 for the very first month. Who can't afford $1? And it's really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.